We are doing a special video for Ben Walker from the Belt Groups. He asked for a review of the FANDU United States title. There may already be one on my channel. I know there's one of either the blue or the black. Let's go through it a little bit. It's got great detail. It looks like the World Heavyweight title was the inspiration, and so everything has all this great detail. I assume all of this is pressed down with like an arbor press into their material. Great. Plates are big. I mean, they're big. They're big plates. Here, put them side by side with the big gold plates, and it's ridiculous. And then you have the United States title with the wings. You got your Latin and your impressions. It's a big plate. I mean, I think it's 11 3/4 inches. The Andre belt is right at 11 inches, so it's slightly bigger. But I wanted to put like a family of FANDU belts out and kind of compare. If you own anything else, this is how it would compare. So this is a FANDU gunmetal big gold, and it's not nearly as curved. The one issue that I have run into when I first got it, these are big plates, and I'm not sure if there's some rhyme or reason behind this, but the plates just they're not flush with the strap. And so they sit up off the belt. I can get my phone down that low to show you, but they sit up off the belt. And so that's a thing. I don't know if you're a stickler about that. Some people are, but this would need to either be a thicker strap or those posts need to be shorter. Otherwise, I mean, it's a great belt. Look at all the detail in it. I did some Duragloss and some window cleaner on it earlier, but clearly you can see they use I guess an arbor press is that's what you call it in the Pakistani belt making video. They use it for their belts, but you would just press whatever plate they have down there. This I'm unaware, but it would be something similar. And then same on the other end. I'm not so sure. This is not that plate down there reversed. Anyway. The FANDU belts stamp at the end, and on the back, no crocodile. I thought the FANDU belts, I did think the FANDU belts had crocodile. I got this from a guy on eBay. I got it for $200. I'm not going to bitch that much. But look at how they did it. Look at the order in which they did it. So they clearly put this backing on the belt prior to the screws and prior to the snaps. You would think you would cover up the screws and cover up the snaps, but they didn't want that to happen. The one flaw I've had with this belt, and the reason I got it out for taking pictures today before July 4th, it was not intentional, but I looked and there was a missing screw. I happen to have a different one. I have all these measurements for these screws. Anybody who wants to buy replacement parts, I can show you where to buy like 60 screws on eBay, 200 screws on eBay for no money at all. So if you want to just have a bunch of screws laying around, I can give you the measurements. Just send me a private message. But this was missing. This one was longer than it needed to be, so I was trying to force it in there. You can see it's still a little bit too long. So the one complaint that I have is the length of the posts, the length of the screws. But, I mean, for a belt that was $200, what am I... Look at it. Next to a WWE belt... Here's the shine. I mean, the shine is phenomenal. It's got that mirror effect. It's extremely flexible, like all FANDU belts are. Being heavy doesn't hurt. So that black belt with that basket weave pattern and everything is it's just great. The shine on it is, I've never had any problems. People say that FANDU belts tarnish. I don't think so. I wish it had the crocodile backing because it has almost like an alligator or reptile skin on the front. That would be a phenomenal fucking belt. Now I'm going to give you a two-part review here. We're not going to go through the gunmetal belt. Nope. But we are. And you can see how flexible the tooled strap from FANDU is. If you don't have one, the tooled strap is the way to go. It doesn't damage. That other strap, the non-tooled strap is shit. It'll shed it looks like when you rub your hand across pound cake and layers come off. Enough time. This is the crocodile backing on sister belt. And here's where the complaint is going to come. This is you watch this far, but here's where you're going to take something away from this video. This is the blue United States FANDU title. Do you notice anything? Do you notice on my belt, and maybe this is not the case with most belts, the guy who stamped this belt was much scrawnier, much weaker. Look how this fucker is rounded off and dull. I don't know what's going on with my blue belt, because I paid $300 for this belt on the spring sale, the fall sale, whenever I got it. That belt I paid $200. Let me show you this, because the plates and everything else is the same. The difference is the crocodile backing versus the backing. It's like a WWE's backing on their belt. So the backing and that. But have a look at the front of these things. Side by fucking side. Look at this shit. Can you see the difference? And it's not just the light. It's when you get down in here and you start looking and you take like the details of this belt. It's not impressed to the same depth. And clearly the tool wasn't pushed in there deep enough like it is on the black to bring out those details on the blue. And so just doing this belt review is pissing me off, Ben. So just so you know. But I feel like I got gypped, because this should have been $300 and this should have been $200. But between them, it's not a bad deal. I wish to some extent they found some way to make this dual plated. I really like dual plated belts. Might have noticed. Got the Premier from AJ's belts up there, dual plate. I like my dual plated belts, but they didn't do dual plated. I don't even know how I would go about doing that. I guess this would be nickel and some nickel. Anyway, you guys we put it into AI. Maybe AI will make you, by the way, if you take a picture of this and say, what would this look like on a different material? What would it look like here, there? You put the right commands into AI and have like a picture of this material and these plates. It'll make you a belt. It'll give you a pretty good projection model, whatever you would call it. Preview. That's my one complaint. I'm just going to keep this video short. It's the weak son of a bitch who stamped these belts. I have no complaints about how big it is, how heavy it is. It's probably 13 fucking pounds. Look how shiny it is. It shines down on there, right? Because it's so shiny at the corners. It's just going everywhere. Crocodile. Awesome. Wish this had crocodile. But it don't. And that's all right. But I tell you, now that I've dogged this belt out, if anybody has a black one with crocodile, I'll trade you for this blue one. Anyway, have a great weekend. Have a great July 4th. If you have any other questions, if you want to know the measurements of the hardware, big, tall, small, anything else, message me on Facebook or message me in the comments section. I hope you guys have a good one.